If your cutting board looks like it's been through a drought, or your knife bar is drier than your group chat, you're doing this wrong. Today, I'm going to show you how to properly care for your wooden cutting boards and magnetic knife bars so they last longer, look better, and don't destroy your knives. And don't worry, it's way easier than people make it sound. Stay till the end and I'll share a pet peeve of mine that a lot of people do. Wood is technically still alive. Not in a needs child support kind of way, but it still reacts to moisture, temperature, and its environment. That means it dries out. And when it dries out, it can crack, warp, and just generally starts looking sad. So your job is simple, keep it hydrated. Now, not all boards are created equal. You've got edge grain and you've got end grain. End grain is generally better for your knives because the wood fibers surround the impact zone as a type of shock absorber. Think of it like cutting through the bristles of a brush instead of chopping into a wall. But, and this is important, the type of wood matters too. A super hardwood like ebony, even in end grain, can be rough on your knife edge. Whereas something like maple, even in edge grain, is much more forgiving. That's where the Janka hardness scale comes in. Higher number equals harder wood, equals more potential wear on your knife. Let's talk cleaning. You do not need to baby these things, but you also shouldn't abuse them. I use a food scraper and get food off the board, end of task. If we're talking about cleaning and not just freeing the board of ingredients, a quick rinse, wipe down, and pat dry. If you cut raw meat, use some warm soapy water, that's totally fine. Over time, this will lead to much quicker drying of your board. You can always reinvigorate it. Personally, for meat, I recommend these synthetic rubber cutting boards from Parker Asahi. Easy to clean, dense, and won't leave knife marks, as well as being very delicate on your knife edge. Link in the video description below. As for the smells that can linger, garlic, onions, whatever, just grab a lemon, cut it in half, and scrub. It's natural, it works, and your board smells like you have your life together. You can also add baking soda with lemon for a deeper penetration. Most woods have antimicrobial properties, trapping bacteria within their fibers and desiccating them, which is a fancy way of saying killing them. Never deep soak your wooden cutting boards. You'll do more damage than good. Now, this is the big one. Mineral oil plus beeswax. This is how you keep your board from turning into driftwood. Mineral oil penetrates deep into the wood and keeps it hydrated from the inside. Beeswax? That sits on the surface and locks that moisture in. Think of it like moisturizer and then sealing it with a barrier. That's the winning combo. Do this about once a month or more if your board is getting heavy use. If it looks dry, it is dry. I like to leave my beeswax and mineral oil combo sit overnight, then come back the next day and wipe the excess off. If your board is really dry, I repeat the process a few times in a row. Over time, your board will develop a bit of a patina. That's not a bad thing. It actually helps protect the surface and gives it character. Same way a good knife develops a story, your board does too. Now, magnetic knife bars. Ever so slightly different approach. Here, I only use mineral oil, no beeswax. Why? Because I want the oil to penetrate fully into the wood and I don't want anything sitting on the surface that could transfer onto my blade. Beeswax can leave a slight film, and that's not something you want against the steel long term, especially if you're trying to avoid any chance of oxidation. So, mineral oil only. Wipe it on, let it soak in, wipe off the excess, done. That's it. This isn't complicated, it's not expensive, and it takes maybe 10 minutes a month. But it makes a massive difference in how your board performs and how long they last. Take care of your wood, and it'll take care of your knives. Catch you in the next one. If you want more information about cutting boards in general, make sure to check out my cutting board playlist. And Bright, my pet peeve, easy. A cutting board is a board for cutting. It isn't a damn coffee table for you to rest your keys, your plates, your cell phone, your whatever on it. The oils just transfer to that stuff. That stuff can scratch your board, and it just feels wrong when there's so much empty space around your cutting board for your keys, plates, and whatnot. Thanks for listening to my rant, and don't do it. Huge. If you're cutting that was a good line, huh?